Back with Bobby and JG Radio. We have my man, Mr. Ben Yanto with Benjamin Yanto Photography. Been doing it for about half a decade. We've seen some of your stuff. Obviously, you have this crazy Instagram. I've been kind of stalking and following you for a while. We've started to work together a little bit. I want to say thanks for hanging out with Bobby and I today.
Yeah.
So photography, you do a lot of different aspects of it. Talk about a little bit. I want to hear about your journey from getting into, this whole world of photography. And then, of course, who you're servicing and what kind of stuff you do.
I've always been into photography. I think ever since I was a little kid, going to the library, like looking at National Geographic.
Sure.
So I've always
I did too, but for different reasons.
Yeah, he did. He was doing it for completely different reasons.
Sure. But I've always been interested in photography. I've probably been shooting for over a decade now. But
wow.
Most of the photography I was doing early was just landscapes and my dogs.
Yeah.
So,
like just different angles and stuff like that.
Right. So just like portraits of my dogs. And pretty much.
And so how did this morph into an actual business for you?
Gosh, especially the portrait side, because I was doing a lot of portraits of my dogs and posting on social media. Mm-hmm. And then just one day out of the blue, my friend asked me to do portraits of her kids. And it just kind of blew up from there. And then I was just getting referrals left and right ever since then. And just kind of been going, it's been pretty steady ever since.
Sure. So what kind of, so you do, walk me through what you do. Obviously, you still do portraits of animals, right? I mean, people's pets and stuff like that. And what other photography, services do you provide for anyone?
I mean, I do family photography. I've done engagements. I've done a couple weddings.
Bob, you ready for some engagement photos?
Yeah, I'm ready.
You ready?
To go to an engagement.
Gotcha.
So I've done a lot of the portrait work stuff, and
So you'll do engagement photos for dogs, for kids. What about weddings? Have you ever done one of those?
Yeah, I've done a few.
Yeah,
they're not my favorite.
They're tough, right?
It's a long day, and then post processing takes weeks or months.
You ever do the video? Because I see a lot of people are going to video now for wedding stuff.
Yeah, I mean it's even getting crazy where they're doing drone photography stuff and drone work.
They just like drone out, see the groom like running away.
Right.
Yeah, just following him.
The drone's following him. The getaway car.
Yeah.
Right.
But now we have mutual friends, and how we met was you actually, before we even got a listing on one of Bobby's the residential guy, we actually got your photos. So now you're doing some houses and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'd like to get into real estate and like even Airbnb property photography.
Yeah.
So I've helped some friends in Terlingua, Texas, which is just outside of Big Bend National Park. So I've done 15 properties out there for their website.
Because they got like teepees and stuff like that. Have you seen this stuff?
Yeah, they have teepees and casitas. So
and you can Airbnb a teepee?
Yeah. So it's basically glamping.
Yeah.
Glamorous camping.
Wow.
Yeah. Actually, if I ever camped, you
gotta be in a teepee. No, I'm a log cabin guy.
A log cabin?
Yeah.
Like why? What makes you a log cabin guy?
I think that's the next step. Like I have plumbing and you don't.
TPs probably don't have plumbing. I mean, but there's like you can go and use it and then come back out. I don't think it's like.
I don't know. I'll stay in the cabin.
You're a cabin guy?
Yeah.
Cabin or better?
Cabin or better, dude. That's minimum.
You got to see these teepees though. I mean, at least how my man Ben shot them, because they look pretty cool. Like
they're definitely, it's a step above camping. I mean, you have a sink, you have a Keurig, you have a refrigerator.
What's a flooring?
It's concrete.
Yeah. What were you thinking, Bob?
Dirt?
Yeah. Like just you and like running around a campfire and jumping through it and stuff.
Yeah, I was imagining a teepee like I guess I've never been in a teepee. Just the ones I used to draw as a kid, so. They all had dirt floors.
It's definitely cool to go and experience. So I mean, especially if you don't like tent camping, it's pretty awesome.
How about AC? Do they have AC?
He actually just installed like a cooling system that goes around the perimeter of the tent, I believe. So because out there it gets in the triple digits, and so but surprisingly it still stays booked during like the hottest times of the year. So, but
can you imagine? So imagine the cabins. I bet you those are booked too, because they have actual
Yeah, the casitas are really nice. It's
Bob's hating on these. I'm trying to find them on Instagram. What is your handle on Instagram? Because it's actually one of my favorite ones to follow. Because I know that's kind of your claim to fame here. But so how can people find you on Instagram?
Yeah, I have 2 Instagram handles. One of them's benjamin.yanto.images.
Sure.
So that's most of like my photography work. And then my second handle's for my dog rescue work. So that's at the Foster Dad, but Foster spelled with a PH.
Gotcha. Because it's fat. So
yeah.
No, let's talk about the fostering a little bit. How'd you get into that, and how are you trying to help dogs in this way or any kind of way?
Gosh, I just kind of stumbled on it. I guess one day I was just on Facebook and they made this plea asking for somebody to take this dog out by a certain time out of the shelter, and it was one of those.
See, I don't follow that stuff. Dude.
Yeah, it was kind of like one of those like SPCA kind of pictures where it was real sad and you just wanted.
It worked.
Yeah, it was tugging at my heartstrings. So I was like, oh, I'll help. So
every time we're out hanging out, though, you have a dog. I mean, you foster a bunch, right?
Right.
And you told me like your dream is to get like a ranch. And
I'd love to have a ranch.
And then just make enough money to have a ranch and just like let the dogs.
How many do you want?
I want all of them.
We're checking it out right now. If you haven't gone, go to benjamin.yanto.images. These are some cool teepees. It's some. I mean, they look pretty cool. I think I would actually stay in there. They look pretty. I'd probably be one night max, but it looks pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
And of course, so anyone that wants engagement photos, family photos, real estate photos, Airbnb photos, right? How can they contact you? What's the best way?
They could contact me through Instagram. I actually get a lot of contact through social media.
Yeah. So check out his stuff. It's benjamin.yanto. That's YANTO.images. That's his handle on Instagram. Check him out. Contact him directly. Set up an appointment and check him out. That's it. We're going to take a quick break. Be right back with Bobby and JJ Radio.